Okay, we did get a countdown and we did go live. Hey, welcome to I don't even know the date, the April 30th edition of Living Courageously Exposed. Today, we're just going to get a real raw edition of Living Courageously Exposed. Um, it's taken me a minute to gather myself to even be here, to show up for myself, to show up for you. As I sat down, I knocked over my light. I almost knocked the plant off the desk. Someone knocked on the door, and I realized that I have my feet in the lovely massager that my children gave me for Mother's Day, and that you might be able to hear it. And then I thought, I don't care. I don't care. Living Courageously Exposed is a broadcast, podcast, an opportunity for me to share and help. What's the word? I can't even think today. And help normalize being human, which means shit gonna happen, and and it's how we move through it. It's how we move with it. It's how we allow it to fertilize us into the next things. So today, a little bit begrudgingly, if I'm completely transparent, part of me begrudgingly, part of me really wanting to, I'm showing up. I'm showing up. And I'm doing it because I know you have days like that too. You have days where you have the vision and the desire to have different and do different in your world. And you might even have a plan, or you might have several of them. You may have taken lots of actions, and maybe you've only taken a little, and maybe you've taken none. And you still have days where showing up is just a challenge because life happens. So this really is a day about just kicking the doors off its hinges. Um, so let's breathe. We always start with a little bit of breathing here at Living Courageously Exposed. And I thought about guiding a breathing session with you today, and I decided that really I'm just going to let you breathe in a way that feels good to you. That's conscious breathing. That you take 60 seconds to just do it how you want to, whether that means you just I always recommend hand on your heart. Leah likes hand on your heart. Feel the energy, feel the heat from your hand and your heart, and just you can do box breathing. You can do breathing in longer and exhaling shorter, or breathe in fast and exhale longer, or you can just breathe a little deeper than you normally do. And either or any way that you breathe today is going to be good. For myself, I think I'm just going to breathe. This is an opportunity to get present with yourself, to let go of all the things that have happened in the day, and to let go of anything you think could happen in the rest of your day. And just be really present right here, right now, with you, with me, with each other. I'm going to invite you to do it with a closed eyes or downward gaze, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And let's just take 60 seconds and breathe together. I'm going to take a downward gaze. Good. Go ahead and take one more round of however you're breathing. Just really feel it. Notice what you feel, where you feel it, how you feel it. As I'm breathing, I can really feel the massager on my feet, the heat, the massaging motions. Hopefully, the sound is not being too much of a distraction for you. So, let's do this. And honestly, I'm not even sure what let's do this means today. I feel emotional today. How about you? There's been a lot of big energy going on. A lot of big energy that lots of people aren't even aware of and may not recognize and may just think that it's stuff going on in their world or interactions they're having with people in their jobs or school or in their homes or whatever. But there's a lot of big energy going on. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of shifting. And there's a lot of shifting from old thinking to new patterns of behavior, to higher levels of recognition and knowingness of ourselves. I think one thing that I really have been feeling is old patterns of wanting to judge myself and where I'm at and where I'm not and where I think I should be. And usually that's in comparison when I'm comparing myself to where other people are or where I think they are. And friends, rebels, it's just not healthy. Have you been noticing that for yourself? Is there a little extra judgment somewhere in your world, especially when it comes to wanting to advance yourself along, whether it be in health, whether it be in knowledge, whether it be in experiences, and maybe it's financial or relationships? Have you noticed any judgment of where you think you should be and where you actually are, or where you think you actually are? Because is it possible? Could it just be possible that you're actually farther along than you think you are? Because you can't see the whole picture. You can't see the big picture. You can't see how time collapses and unfolds and all of the different things that way. You can just see and feel in this moment, which is exactly where you should be, is the appropriate place for you to be. I do that because I use the word should. Um, and is it just possible? Is it just possible that maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be? That for this moment in time, there's something that's still relevant here. There's something that's still valuable. There's something that your soul and your person and your body need to learn in order to be in the places where you would like to be or where you think you'd like to be. I keep saying it that way because those are my contemplations for myself as far as how I feel about showing up and what showing up means to me or what it has meant to me. There's been a lot of teaching, or I should say, I have been through a lot of teaching that has led me to believe that I should show up in certain ways. That I should show up at a certain time, like 5 a.m., which I did for a really, really long time. And I actually like 5 a.m. My circadian rhythm for a long time liked 5 a.m. And some days it still does. But that didn't necessarily mean that I was showing up for myself. For myself. Some people say you should show up in how you dress. Dress for success. Well, what exactly is that? And when I was in the space of showing up by way of dressing for success. And I asked somebody one day when I was going to give a big presentation in Colorado, like, "Hey, what is the appropriate dress? Like, what is perfect?" And he said, "Be you. Dress like you. That's the appropriate thing to do. Show up for yourself in that way." Now, let's be real. There are days like if we show up for ourselves in wearing the same old shorts and gym clothes or the same old tights and hoodies, and I love hoodies, don't get me wrong. I love hoodies. But if we wear that day after day, it does do something to us. So just take note. Just take note. Or would it serve you better to maybe change the energy of what you're wearing? And it's more about that. It's more about showing up in a way that feels good for you. By dang, if the shorts and the hoodie are doing it for you, and you feel good energy in that, and like you want to get out and do the thing, then by all means do it. But if you notice a little sluggishness in your energy, or that if you put on a pair of, I don't know, maybe it's fancier shorts, and maybe it's a button down shirt, just a shift in how you feel and the energy that you feel and the attitude that you have toward yourself, then could it possibly be time for a little bit of a change and a shift that way? And to show up for yourself in that way? And if it raises your vibe, then how are you better able to show up for the other people in your space or in your places of influence? Showing up isn't about doing it in ways that we have necessarily been taught or that other people say we should. It's about meeting yourself right where you're at. And sometimes, my friends, showing up means you open your eyes and you made it into a new day. And maybe you got out of bed and you put on those shorts or sweats or that same outfit. And that's how showing up is for you that day. That's okay. But I am going to ask you this. Is it assisting you? Is it assisting you in high vibe? And if it is, if it's not, what are some things you could do or something you could do to meet yourself right where you're at? Is it that you take a moment for just quiet thoughts? Some call it meditation. Maybe you flip on a guided meditation. I love doing that in the mornings. I love doing that in the middays. Maybe it's that you take yourself out for a little walk or just a little movement and just get the blood flowing. Get the thoughts flowing. Noticing what those thoughts are. Are they thoughts that are assisting you in accomplishing or moving forward in a direction that feels sustaining and happy and healthy for you? Or are they some things that could use some inquiry, asking yourself more questions like, why could they possibly be there? Why do you feel stuck in that place? Or is it something that you can acknowledge and just let move on and filter through as you're walking through your day? Or maybe you just need to do a good weight workout. Maybe it's about putting energizing food in your body. Or by all means, more water or flavored water into your body and allowing that to rejuvenate your system. Maybe it's about reading something good. Maybe meeting yourself and showing up is about turning on some music that feels uplifting. That's going to drive your soul to want to move forward. And maybe showing up is just, again, that you woke up and you got up. And the biggest thing is, if that's the case for this day, how can you use it to love yourself? How can you use it to find more energy to move forward? So that when you lay down tonight, you can also lay down this day. And when you arise tomorrow, you actually arise to a new day, to new energy, to new you, and leaving today in the past. Sometimes it feels really tricky. And I have this card on my desk. I think I buried it under my computer. That says, "Remember the future. Remember the future." Because time exists all at once and all together. The past, the present, the future, they're all here. They're here now. And for me, one of the practices that I've been doing for a while, and some days I'm a whole lot better at it than others, is remembering my future and allowing my future self to call and pull me forward. And to remember that this present moment has value and beauty in it for me. It has lessons and learning that take me to that future self. But I ask for guidance and to remember what that is because it's happened. And to take time to look back with gratitude and with presence of mind of all the things that I've experienced that have gotten me to this present moment. All the places where I feel like I failed or I've fallen down, or places where I haven't wanted to get back up. And the other places where I have felt more energized and driven and have the desire to just run forward with everything that I have into the future or up that mountain or into that new, scary, exciting experience. So the practice is waking up and really staying in the gift of a new day and remembering the future. Remembering what it is I say I want to do. And then for me, the tricky part, trusting. Trusting. Trusting that my current self knows exactly what to do because it's being guided by my present or my future self. To stop fighting against my current self and the things that have happened back that parts of me still want to hang on to, that they want to hang on to me. They want to tell me that that's who I am and that that's what my value and my worth are. When in reality, I have no idea what just happened to my life. Computer probably went dead. And that's life, folks. Trust. Trust. How are you with trust? I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about it. Because honestly, right now, my mind wants to battle. Like I'm watching it. I'm doing my best just to watch it. Like those little rock'em sock'em robots, just like pound at each other, and run around in a circle and just scramble around in my brain and in my thoughts. While staying peaceful in my heart. Because they're screaming loud. They're screaming really loud. How was that for you? Where are you at right now with that? Like, what is your past self trying to convince the right now self of you? And you know that there's something different because you can feel it. You know it. Somewhere you know it. And these dreams and ideas and intentions that you have, they're for a reason. They're for a reason because somewhere inside of you and in this existence of time, they've happened. They've already happened. And it's staying in that place of trust that they've already happened. And knowing that all of the steps that you're taking right now are moving you towards them. Some, let's be real, I just heard some of you screaming, like, yeah, but we've been taught that there's things that move us backwards. And yeah, there might be some things that slow it down, but it's still all in right timing and right divine order. That's how this works. And if it doesn't, you can gently teach me different. I think today showing up for myself is a lot about inquiry, about asking myself questions about what my action steps have been or what they haven't been, and possibly why they haven't been. Is it because I've been afraid to show up? It's just easier to hide sometimes, because let's be real, sometimes it's easier to just hide. Except that it's not. Because it doesn't feel good. And the future you, and the things that you want, your hopes and dreams, they poke at you. They poke at you. You feel it, I know you do. So while we think hiding is easier, while we think showing up not looking professional, or showing up when we're having a hard day, whether it's like this or to our loved ones or in our workplaces, it's okay to show up on hard days and to be real and to kick that door open for other people who think it's easier to hide, and to remind them that they have worth and they have value, that they have something to give that quite possibly you might need or could use, that would help you along in your journey. And the same goes for you. You have something. You have gifts and talents that only you have. Yeah, there might be a million people, literally a million people, sharing a similar or same message that you have or that I have. But they can't say it and share it like you do. Because there's only you. And only you have the experiences and the lens that that message can move through, that those people can hear. You have worth and you have value. And your lived experience isn't in vain. It isn't in vain. Part of my mind wants to say, unless you don't share it. And I don't know that I can honestly say that then it's in vain. Today, friends, showing up for me just looks a lot like listening to my mind, to feeling my emotions, to practicing a little more trust, practicing a little more self care and a little more self love. Showing up doesn't always mean that you have to be excited and eager and full of life and energy. That feels good, let's be real. That feels good. We all like when people show up that way. But sometimes showing up looks like this, that you're sitting on a ledge with your feet hanging over, just dangling. Not because you want to jump, just because it's comfortable. It's got a great view. And you just need a place to ponder and to feel deeply, and to heal. and to let go and to see a greater perspective of what might actually be going on versus what's just going on in here. Rock'em sock'em robots, man, they're having a heyday. Are they for you? Are you finding a peaceful place with that, or are you letting the rock'em sock'em take place outside of you, possibly causing unnecessary harm or argument or um, disharmony? More deep breaths. More deep breaths. Take them. When you find yourself winding up or getting really caught in your head, just breathe. Just breathe. Let it out. Let it out. Step outside. Connect. The clouds just covered the sun, but there's still light. It's still there. Go connect and recognize how much you are a part of all of that out there. How it resides inside of you. And how just because you might be having a cloudy day doesn't mean you still don't have brightness and a lot of beauty and things to share. My mind is telling me that I wanna read you some like profound quote or give you some little bits of wisdom from a source, a book, something, and the reality is I didn't I didn't bring any. Um, but I did just have a thought. One of my favorite peeps to read is Mark Nepo. I love his book, The Book of Awakening. And it's funny because I pulled it out today and I read today's and I really liked it. And then I was freezing. So I laid down under a blanket and just huddled up till my body was warm. And I thought, I'm going to meditate while I do this. So I pulled up my meditation app and it always has a quote before you get going. And guess who the quote was from? Mark Nepo. And that just came into my head and I happen to have it right here on my phone. So I pulled it up and it says this: everything in life opens and closes, sheds and renews. We are no different. We're always changing. We're always in flux. We're cycling. If you're a female, your body cycles. Everybody cycles with moon phases and month phases and year phases. Everything's changing. You're noticing it right now, like the leaves on the trees. Like they're not like baby leaves anymore on most of the trees, and they're not teenager leaves anymore. They're like full blown. They've come into themselves kinds of leaves on lots of the trees. Now there's the later bloomers that are still having leaves, and if you're a later bloomer, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean anything about you. You're blooming in your own right time. Everything sheds. Everything opens and closes, sheds and renews. We're always letting go. We're always renewing. Our bodies are always renewing. And depending on how we treat them, we can help them renew in strength, or we can cause them to shed and degenerate. But you always have the opportunity to renew. Every time you go to bed at night is an opportunity to renew. Every day you wake up is an opportunity to shed yesterday. and to renew into this day and to open up into this day and to allow this day to unfold and to show up for yourself in this day in whatever way feels energized or meaningful to you. And if you have things you need to feel them. Feel them big. It's okay. It's not always fun, but it's okay. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. I know you have so much to give. You feel it. I feel it. I know that there are times you want to hide and that you want to stay hidden, and it's okay until it's not. Just don't stay there forever. We need you. We need what you have to offer, and we need your experience and your light. I know you can do this. I got you. We got you. And if you need a little pick me up, reach out. Reach out. We're happy to lend some hands up, which is a not doing it for you, but just sharing little bits of energy and giving you that extra jump that you might need to just boost your batteries a bit. Reach out. We got a hand up. I know there are moments, lots of moments, where those hand ups in my life have meant a great deal and continue to mean a great deal. You're worth it. You're valuable beyond measure. I think one of my favorite quotes, and I don't even really know what it is, that says if we knew our greatness, we would bow and cry at our own feet. I think today, friends, I'm just having moments of trusting and remembering my own worth and value along this journey of opening and closing and renewing and trusting that my future self has me and that there's a reason for the feels and that every time I'm willing to do it, it's a step forward, just like it is for you. All right, my friends, get out there and meet yourself today in whatever ways you need to meet yourself that feel renewing, that are showing up, whether you need more quiet or you need something more audacious and big. And while you're at it, give that gift to the people who you're around. Meet them where they're at. Do they just need you to have silence? Do they need you to offer a word of wisdom? Could they use a hug? Or maybe it's just your presence. Offer that to the people around you as well. And do that a whole lot. Thanks for holding space for me today. Thanks for letting me show up for me. Thanks for letting me show up for you. Thanks for honoring my experience and allowing me to honor yours. And until next time, we actually have a really cool guest coming up on, I believe it's May 14th. We're bringing back Karen Sammer, the Sugar Freedom Coach, to talk about LGP1s. There's a lot of talk these days about all of that and peptides and all the things. And I'm just curious as to what she has to say. Karen's a great gal. Go and check out her episode that we did a month or so ago. You can do it over at the YouTube channel. You can go to Spotify at Living Courageously Exposed. Or go check out and join our group on Facebook, The Righteous Rebels. We also host these podcasts on that group page. So until next time, remember, be bold, be courageous, be a rebel. We'll see you soon.